But since we're in entertainment, there's a movie coming out, Judas, Black Messiah.
Come on.
With Lakeith,
Stanfield.
Yo.
And brother Daniel Kaluuya.
That movie I'm excited for. However, I didn't like just another angle that I saw from the actors. Lakeith, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention recently, and he just deleted a whole bunch of stuff. But he was making some crazy post. Him and Azalea Banks. Very, very, very.
Come on.
But
You said the right. When you put Azalea Banks in a statement or in conjunction with someone else.
But here's the thing. I put them in conjunction because they were both making some really, really scary posts on a serious note.
Was this before or after she shaved her head?
I don't know, honestly. Okay. But I know Lakeith, he was posting some stuff that was like, yo, somebody check on Lakeith. But then he made a post that said, hey guys, like, don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm not doing this, blah, blah, blah. I'm fine. I still have a problem with people, specifically actors and actresses in entertainment, who they do all this stuff and then they make a post and say, hey guys, I'm fine. Don't do it. Don't put fear in people or concern in people's minds and hearts when, obviously there are people that care about you, but if there's something wrong, there's something wrong. Even if someone says, hey, I'm fine, I don't believe that. I just don't. From the first go around.
That's one way to look at it. The other way for me is kind of more serious in the fact that we saw a cry for help and then we saw a switch up and I get the idea of, hey, don't get us riled up like that.
And I say that in a serious tone. I'm not joking about it. Like if you are making all these posts and these eerie stuff on your stories and Twitter and stuff like that, it's bothersome. It's concerning.
It is to an extent, but it reminded me of, I believe it was episode 11 when we were talking about Juice WRLD and whatnot and how we have these artists basically share their pain.
Yeah.
But we don't really pay attention to it and just keep it pushing. Mm-hmm. And so for me, it was like this, okay, he said something that had us concerned and then quickly deleted it. It was like, no, guys, I'm fine. And then some people are reacting like, all right, don't do that. And then we're going to keep it pushing. Whereas I'm thinking like,
oh, no, we're not keeping it pushing. I hope we don't.
Hold on. There's a reason that stuff happened.
Yeah.
Like he may say he's fine, but someone actually should pay attention. Don't just ignore it because, it's those kind of things where when you get down, you want to cry out for help. But then you also don't want to like come off as a bother or a burden. So when you do something or say something and then someone shows interest, you're like, oh no, this is I don't want to be a nuisance. I don't want them to like think I'm overreacting or anything. No, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I just it was random. So
which makes you wonder, even with all the money that you have, and the access to help,
money don't buy happiness.
Don't mean nothing.
Right. It don't mean nothing. No, absolutely. And the access that you have to probably therapists and stuff like that, it's amazing how we still have trouble communicating and arranging our thoughts and having the right posture towards our thoughts. Yeah. So when people make these types of posts and tweets and stuff like that, and they say, hey guys, I'm fine. Okay. How are you doing? You know what I mean? Like how is still your mental? Even if you're saying you're fine. Because sometimes people say that, like you said, and they feel like now they're a burden. So instead of feeling like that, they make a post, say, hey guys, I'm fine, just to get the attention off. And then just to go back and deal with whatever torment, whatever stress or anxiety that they're dealing with. So
and then something happens and people are like, yo, we had no idea. It's like, well, you did.
They kind of put it in plain. They put it in plain sight. They split it out.
We just ignored it because they kind of like brushed it off. It was like, yo, my mistake, and we were just like, all right, don't get us riled up like that. We thought it was wrong until it was too late.
That's why I take it seriously with these. That's why I'm not a fanboy. I'm just not. And I think that's from my personal side, of course, because I have different family members that's in that type of industry. Of course, you're able to see certain things and be a part of certain things, but it just doesn't faze me. That's why I be looking at people like, yo, you going through it. Like, what's wrong? These NBA players, athletes, they go through it. Money don't mean nothing. Cameras don't mean nothing. contracts, negotiate, all this stuff don't really mean anything at the end of the day. And I think even with this quarantine, this pandemic happening, it's definitely showing like this stuff, extra stuff don't mean nothing. So, you know, shout out to them for making we all believe it was a great movie, but you know, as far as Lakeith and whoever else is dealing with it, please take care of your mental, please, and be cautious and open up. Like, don't feel like you're a burden, because that stuff is serious. Even if you make a post, that stuff is serious. So hopefully people are actually coming to him regarding the post and actually saying, hey, like, yeah, but you did, you know, you was doing this, so what's up? Like, you good? Or you